Yes. Pirate Radio episode 78. Let's go. That was a beer pop, but that probably didn't sound that loud on the mic. Yo, I'm watching let me put this down. I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but I'm watching this listen. Yeah, I don't fuck with planes like that, but I have to. Like I spoke before, like when I saw a pilot explain turbulence, it made me more comfortable and all, but I'm still like, ugh, because you just can't fathom like a closed space, anything can go wrong. But then again, when you just start realizing like, yo, this is how we've been living all our lives. We live around all these tall buildings in New York City, right? Nobody ever say, yo, okay, just remember when you walk out, in case you get hit with by air conditioner falling down. Like, we don't really say that, but that can happen at any moment. That's how life is. Like, when you realize how random in a weird way life is, like, oh shit, somebody almost got hit with a bike. That person turned. Oh shit, he got nervous. He stepped on the accelerator instead of the brake. He hit somebody. That person passed. Like, God forbid, but that's how shit happens. Like a chain reactions and the butterfly effect everywhere. And what's my point with that? But yeah, I guess the plane is safe, but I'm gonna have to take, because I like just visiting places. I just wanted to be safe, because you go with an old ass iPhone in DR, they'll fucking take that shit. They'll fucking whip your neck with a fucking machete just to, what I'm saying? Like, the struggle is real out there. And again, that's what makes me realize, like, damn, we may have complaint. Listen, we're gonna complain everywhere. You have the best job ever, you still gonna be like, this and this and that. We all gonna complain. But I could have easily been born in Pakistan, and you see how that shit is rocking, and it's just like, damn. No wonder they just come over here and just always want to just open up a business. And they don't give a fuck. While we here, like, damn, if I open up a business though, like all the hesitations. These people, because of where they come from, and they have the traditions and shit like that, they see how it is. Like right now I'm watching this clip of everybody just eating on the rug, on the ground. And somebody literally has his foot, barefoot, both feet, on that small carpet where a person right next to him has his plate laying on. That right here, that shit would not rock, you know what I mean? But that's the difference of cultures, And there's beauty in that. It's some people and some not. Like, obviously, if you just come on the restaurant next to me right now, just put both of your feet, I may have to fucking rupture your spleen like Mike Tyson. But if you do that shit to me in Pakistan, nigga, I'm gonna have to do the Arthur fist and tuck that fist in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the culture. Like, the shit that we do here, that they probably be like, what the fuck you doing? Like, you can't just probably like run up on people's cribs with your Jordans on and shit. They'll be like, yo, take them shits off. You feel me? And like, you sometimes, this is like the part that they're showing right now is called The Black Traveler. He's a black dude, tall, and everywhere he goes, like in Pakistan, China and shit, you see people just like walk behind him like it's fucking Rocky and shit. Like the kids and shit, because I guess one, they rarely see a person darker than them, and mind you, they medium brown, them Indians over there. So it's crazy how they react when they see a regular coffee black person. Now this dude do look like a regular, like a African, more African than African American, because that's the confusion we have in America, that we just put color on shit. Everywhere else, there's no colors. It's just really by tribes. You know what I'm saying? That, evolution of tribes. But here in America, they just put, it's like, your name is Danny, we'll call you Dan. You're black. I mean, you come from well, who knows where we come from? The way these fucking conquistadors. I remember, I'm opening up windows. I remember in school, they used to just mention the conquistadors, and I was like, damn, that's such a beautiful sounding word, conquistadores and shit like that. Nigga, I found out the real fucking definition of that. Obviously, as you grow up, you're like, yo, hold up, why they made that shit so beautiful and all that in school? Like, and it's just like, they don't speak about the tragedy, and maybe some touch on it, but when you're young, you just don't, you don't fathom it. Then when you see, as you grow up, how different groups are treated different, not all, but you see it, then you start thinking about history, and then that's when it makes sense. That's when it clicks. That's why people that don't know their history, they're wandering around like a lost sheep, and they react emotional to anything. Those are the people that easily get influenced when I just relate to all your problems. You see how that works? When I relate to you all your problems, I can lie to you and I can manipulate you. That's why, like, yes, we all have our own problems, but don't forget the logic, the reason, the reality, you know? We have to keep it real with ourselves. Now, how I got there, right? I just got obsessed with telling the truth. But then I realized that you can't tell the truth all the time, even for your good sake. Even to your family members, even to your friends. Unfortunately. And that goes with me also. I don't want somebody to be like, yo, I'm gonna just keep it real, my nigga. Yo, right now, my nigga, we chilling. But guess what, nigga? You mad fucking fat right now. Like, if somebody told me that, I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I had to learn. But I'm still obsessed with the truth. To the point that I'm just like, you know what? I'm so obsessed with the truth, and I'm exaggerating when I say obsessed. I'm just, I fuck with the truth. And then when I realized, like, as an atheist, I realized, like, the Bible wants to only deal with truth. That's what helped me kind of, like, subscribe to the Bible more. No religion, just the Bible. And I say no religion, just the Bible. That doesn't make sense, but it makes sense because we see all these religions going on now, and what all these Christians be telling you, and you be like, it's just another slice of the original, and then they go and they put their own shit on top of it and talking about how this is like that, and this sometimes most of the shit that they say is not even had nothing to do with the Bible. Even though I already know that I've jumped to many fucking pages and I didn't even know to go back to the original, but the truth. Now, yeah, I fuck with the truth, but again, you gotta know when to use it, and you can't just be brandish about it. Like, you can't be like, oh, I know the truth. No, because when you realize that you learn so much, you realize you don't know shit. Because everything comes with, like, a by the way, a origin over here, a origin over there. Like, we could easily say breakdancing originated in the Bronx and all that, right? But we don't even know if that one move from people who were breakdancing was done in the Middle East. You just never know. And then if we would have had time machines, we can go back and fact check it and be like, you see, there it was happening already in Israel or in Africa. They were breakdancers in 1930, you know what I mean? But in Africa, you would have never known. So that's how I view what we call the truth, because it's subjective. We don't know. Now, the truth we can kind of say is, well, put it like this: the truth is kind of like the sky. Because right now I can say, yo, if you look up right now on a sunny day, the sky is blue. It's not going to be pink. But is it really blue? No. It is, but it's because it's a reflection from the sun to the planet to the atmosphere. That's getting too deep. I know. But that's how I'm saying. Like, you see how this intricate shit, even when you go into that, and you break that down, that's what I mean. Is always you always gotta polish what is the truth and keep polishing it until somebody goes against it and can prove it. Now, what was the whole point of this all shit, right? That's what led me to uphold myself and check myself with my own truth. Cause like when I say about Trump and all that shit, you think I want to just deceive y'all? I don't want to deceive y'all. And when I say y'all, not really everybody. Who the fuck knows me? But just the people that are, you know, close friends and shit, and family or whatever. Like, this ain't about joining a fad. This ain't about what's in style. Like, now it's cool to say, yo, I fuck with Trump, Uncle Trump, and all that shit. But you know what it was when I was saying it. Let me just leave it right there. Good thing I waited for today on a Sunday, because it sucks, but I woke up actually to the news of the Green Ranger, legendary, the White Ranger also. He played both, legendary. He played the red and the black, I guess, but those were after. But rest in peace to Jason David Frank. You know, best known for the Green and the White Ranger in Power Rangers in, you know, the early 90s, mid 90s. Allegedly due to a suicide. It's like, god damn, man. He don't have money. You see, it's not even about that. But that's the first thing that comes to, well, my broke ass mind. It's like, man, like, what was missing? Let's keep it real. Even if he did the Power Rangers and he's a legend in that, he probably wanted more, and they just kept him as a Power Ranger. And maybe you have people make fun of him, and then you have a lot of people just love him because of our memories as a kid, right? But what that has to do with, like, him, if it's true what they're saying that he committed suicide, like, what the fuck, man? They ain't have kids, like that. You just think about shit like that, and you just makes you realize you just never know. What's worse is that you can ask somebody, is everything good? And then they will just be like, yeah. And then they just block off what they really want to say. Then it's like, it makes you think, like, it makes me think, like, why would you, like, want to take it to that level? And obviously you can't, you know, not everything has a total black and white explanation. You know, and for him, who knows what it was. But it's weird a little bit because, like, he has so many people behind him that, you know, if he would have just been out there saying, yo, I'm broke right now, everybody send me $100 in my Cash App. Nigga, you know how many fucking people who have great jobs who wouldn't fucking mind sending that nigga $500 right now just because of what he left in the memory? Why you think we fucking buy Jordans? I bought these Jumpman Pros, 1997, black and white with a little bit of gold. Now, if I would have seen these, I seen these before come out, and I was like, oh shit, damn. And I just never really got committed to buying it, but now I did. And it just came out like twice, like in front of my face, like telling me, get these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's 97. And I will always say, for some reason, I don't know why, 1998, I know, long time ago, was my favorite year. And the reason why I say that now as an adult, I can look back, and it was just because it was the year that I really was outside. As a young teenager, like just barely 13 maybe, or maybe 12. But that's when, like, I really got, like, a little bit more, like, my leash, you know, got extended so I could just be outside a little bit more late. You know, my brother was around the block, Maxie, rest in peace. He was around I still feel weird saying rest in peace. But he was around the block, so, you know, that my mom had, like, extra, okay, whatever, you know, Maxie's around or anything around the block or his friends, and, you know, it's a secure thing. That's how it was. You know, now you rarely see people outside, but that's how it was. And what was the whole point of saying that I was outside? Or 1997, 98. So, you know, when you throw out a sneaker from that era, I'm a cop. I'm gonna want to smell the sneaker. But that's what you buy. You know, you buy it for the feeling, the memory, the nostalgia. You know? And I forgot what the whole point was this about. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna press back on it either. Fuck that shit. But I don't know what I was gonna say about it. The Jumpman, let me just go back. Hold up. Okay, I remember. See, just like that, like magic. But the Green Ranger, obviously. Wow, you can tell my mind is fried. But yeah, man, like people would just send money for that. Like they don't care. So it's not about the money, I'ma say, or it's embarrassment. You're like, I really want to leave embarrassment out, especially as an adult. Which some adult maybe feel it more, but that's how I think becomes pressure, and you can't look out to nobody for help because of embarrassment, and then it may lead to like deleterious things. I don't know if I'm using that word right, but I heard Chronicles of Judah use it. But bad things. Like it's about asking your neighbor for sugar, and I always use that for everybody that listens to this podcast. I use that as an example for like, when somebody asks for $20, just remember it took it for. Now they drug, addicts and shit, but other than that, it's like, remember that person. It took a lot for that person to ask for that. I remember those moments, and you just never know when you can get back to that moment. God forbid. But like, when it comes to money, then what? When it comes to love or loved one, like, let's keep it real. That Green Ranger, he could have went anywhere and got pussy. So what is it? Is it that he had a fucking... was he killed? Was he, fentanyl maybe? What happened in his youth? That's something that maybe tarnished, or not tarnished, damn. But like, gave him a little bit of trauma. We never know, man. And the same people that are posting about him are the same ones that talk shit in posts. But then when something comes out like this, they talk about how strong it is to be caring about other people. And meanwhile, flash forward, you see a couple posts later, and it's just about, nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you, or all these haters and shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Everybody want to be a fucking a victim in IG. Yo, for those who didn't believe in me, I ain't gonna front. I got that in the tuck, but I'm not gonna blame people. I know my shit don't get no views. I should have been. Any other person would have been like, I'm stopping this shit. Y'all niggas don't want to support. No, nigga, it's over the heads. It went over your head. Like, it's like. I was watching this interview of this the salsa dude, Dominican salsa, because salsa is now, it was from Cuba, from Puerto Rico, mainly Puerto Rico. Then it became the stronghold. Then now it seems like DR is it. Puerto Rico is just on that reggaeton shit, but DR is, is holding up that salsa. So his name is Sex Appeal, right? And then you hear about like how he started being a guira dude, just playing an instrument for bands. And I'm sure he don't like that. Dominican culture don't shun down on people who didn't believe in him like that. They rather not speak on it. But imagine how many people passed on him and probably was like you played this instrument, and now flash forward, he's one of the greatest and gonna go down as a classic salsa singer. Especially now in this era where salsa is like, there's nobody really holding it up. So when you see a person like that person like starting new, you would never know. Now flash forward, you telling me nobody goes up to him like, yo, I knew this was gonna happen. Yeah. You can't blame people though. Not everybody gonna see the movement. Some do. But you also can't rely and depend on because how about the people that be on your dick for everything? Oh, I knew you were gonna make, and you never make it. And what is making it, quote unquote, right? Obviously. But when I say making it, it's like you could have either or. Like you have people that are support you and then nothing happens. Then you can have people that don't support you and then something happens. Like they say, the prophet, I forgot the quote, but it's like the prophet, they never celebrate the prophet in his own town. Some bullshit like that. That's why, like, when I make like the beats, the album that I did, for rappers, for one rapper basically mostly. It gets no crazy heavy views over and over, but just the fact that when you just check periodically, you see have people from Europe, people from Germany, Poland listening to my music from across the Atlantic. That shit is dope. Like, that would have never happened before the internet, if you think about it. What if that person hears a beat and they were like, yo, if I ever meet this person, I want to know who the fuck made that beat, and they just probably don't know about me like that, you know? You never know. I remember this mixtape when I was in Connecticut, you know, obviously very prior to the internet and all that. On Thin Ice, OTF. Not OTF. It was like, I think it was OTF, Only the Family. But this is before everybody was calling each other the OTF. And it was like some Boston niggas rapping, a group. And it was just dope freestyles. And I remember I picked it up. Was it a free mixtape? It got to a point that it was like a free mixtape or a $2 mixtape. And I was like, oh, I'll just get this. And it was just banging music. Do I know everybody in that group? Hell no. And I lost that CD, of course. OTI, On Thin Ice. I remember that fucking mixtape. And it was just a bunch of nobodies. But the music was good. They picked great selection of beats. And then the lyrics. You know me, I make beats, so I'm more of a beat guy, then the lyrics second. Some people listen to music, lyrics first, obviously beat second. Me is different. Now, why I got here, I don't know. But we're talking about the Power Ranger, and it just sucks because people be like, rest in peace, childhood. And I know that's fucked up to say, but I kinda get what they saying a little bit, because it's like, damn, nigga, that's the Green Ranger. Like, nigga, it was all about hope, overcoming shit, and you went on like that. And I know I'm gonna sound fucking inconsiderate right now, but it is the truth, and that's why it sets me free. If you go back to podcasts, I say, and you see and you hear how I speak about sometimes suicide, and I kind of consider it cowardly to go out like that. And to be honest, I kind of still feel like that, you know. Now with this Green Ranger shit, like, I'm like, fuck, because like, god damn, nigga, it was the Green Ranger, but you just never know what they're going through. But it's like, I also say that because if you're gonna kill yourself but you got kids surviving. Now if they told you like, yo, you owe because you fucking gambled on the fucking Knicks game, you know what I'm saying? Now you owe us so much that we usually take out your whole family and put it through torture. But if you wanna get clean, earth yourself. If it sound like that, then goddamn, nigga. But you know, but come on now, like, if not, man, it's like praise the Most High for, I guess, not giving me a trauma that it just consistently have you in that thought. But I understand what that means. I'm not saying that he's right or wrong, but I understand when people say rest in peace to the childhood, because that's why I opened up to the other conversation about sneakers, because imagine we didn't have that. Like, imagine how many kids right now, as I told you, I was watching the Pakistan clip of a guy that just walks around with a camera and, you know, you see everything. Like, what would they do for a fucking crispy pair of Jordans? Real, nigga, real sneakers. Not the fake ones, but it's the same logo. One with a real sneaker, you know what I mean? Like, it's probably like they'd rather not buy it because they'd rather just support their family with food. It's just shit that we don't think about here. But the reason we do it here is because a lot of nostalgia. There's sneakers that I would never buy because they came out like a couple years ago, that grown-ups that are going to be grown people in 20 years are going to buy like without flinching, because it's just, they remember their mom told them no, and then they got it themselves when they got like a part-time job, or if they got it for Christmas, now they can get it again. It's all about that. It's all about the nostalgic feeling. Remember Steve Urkel's Feelings? That was hilarious. I would never forget that shit. When Steve Urkel made that song, he was sad, and all he said was feelings. nothing more than feelings. He will sing that shit to Laura. Laura was like, yo, this nigga's a herb. Flash forward, nigga, Laura ended up with Steve Urkel in the finale. Can you believe that shit? But man, like, fuck, man, the Green Ranger, man. I'm gonna have to post them up on the DTV episode. What we in? 78 for Pirate Radio, but for my episode, DTV is up to 104. I think it's gonna be 104. 104 episodes. Like, to speak about how I felt about the 100 episodes, I was like, damn, I wanted to get a little bit more love for it, but nigga, I know what I post about. It ain't for everybody. You know? It's really not. And then there you do kind of have people that out of a little bit of like fuck you type of shit, they won't show love either, man. It was like, yo, this nigga was supposed to be a jokester. How the fuck he knew about what was gonna happen in the future? See, this is my arrogance, I guess, right? But like, it must have been like, yo, this nigga was a jokester. How the fuck he's at the cutting edge of like I said before, the logic, reason, and reality. Gotcha. You gotta be quicker than that. And now y'all look stupid. And I look crazy. Crazy right. Crazy as in Nostradamus right. Genius. Lazy genius. It's on my bio. It's over. Like, I'm dying on the hill for this. Like, I'm dying on the hill for Pirate Radio, Diesel TV. And it is what it is. The fucking Giants lost, basically, to the fucking Tiger, to the Detroit Lions, nigga. Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this shit at home? Now they're gonna be 7-3. Damn, you know. But anyways, rest in peace with Green Ranger, man. That White Ranger though. Oh man. That Power Ranger was so inspirational, especially for kids in the hood, nigga. That shit gives you powers, nigga. I had the White Ranger Saba, that the handle at the bottom, it talks. I had the gloves that you fucking like make a fist and you hear the sound effect, because you gotta make a fist, but you gotta grip the little like tab that was inside the glove so it can make that sound effect. All that shit, man. Shout out to my mom, man. My mom, my pops, they were hooking me up with mad fucking Power Ranger toys, man. That White Ranger, you couldn't find that shit nowhere. Just crazy, man. We all humans. That's why it's funny how we still killing each other when we have the internet, and we could just all say, everybody stop killing each other no matter what. You know what I mean? Like, but how are you gonna say that to somebody that is currently looking for that person that stole $2,000 from them? You know, without notice, that was his friend, and now he just turned on. How can you tell that person, hey, stop the violence? You know. But it could happen. The fact that it don't happen is a little weird because we have the technology. That's why, like, I get why God won't come down and show his face. Show your face. And like, no, he's not gonna do that. Because as soon as he does that, this becomes a dictatorship. I told you that before. And a dictatorship as in like, now everybody gonna obey. Why? Because they saw him. But, you know, where's the faith? You see, so that's how it plays in. Like, you could hit the Bible and come up with logical ways, but the more logical you get to it, the more you see the opposite of it. We know killing each other is bad, and it's been continuing since Cain and Abel. We could be going through massive depression as a group, boy, we still killing each other. Ain't that amazing? Not as in good, obviously. You know what I mean, though. As in, what the fuck? Is there a fucking tower just pumping out radioactive bad energy? And do we gotta shut that shit down, explode it with a rocket or some shit so it can kind of like make everybody wake up and make the blind see and say, hey, you're my brother, we all love each other? Because once we do that, you know who's going to panic? The globalists. George Soros and his niggas. Let me take a sip of this beer. Because what else? All you need is the people to say, yo, we're going to come together and we want world peace. We ain't going to vote for no person until they fix the homelessness. Let's start there. Because we could all say, I'm paying taxes. But would you rather pay taxes for the people who are homeless in the United States of America and can be rehabilitated? Or give the tax money for aid for more people coming from different countries and different countries and different country, and aid and aid and aid and aid? Especially when the aid is kind of not even real aid. It's just aid because I know you're going to vote for me in the future. Like, that's fucked up. Because we all want to aid each other. Don't get it twisted. But we got to aid our own here first. Then when the people come from another country, our people are aided already. So now when they come, we can come together and aid them. But what the politicians have done is that they made it look like they have the power. You know what I mean? We all know that. But they don't. We have the power, actually. It's just that when you have a separator, of course they have the power now. And this ain't nothing new. People spoke about this in books. People spoke about it in popular culture. And we still don't just come together. But I also blame celebrities because they could easily say that. The way they easily said, hey, take the vaccine shot, they could easily come back at us and say, yo, every hood right now, we need to end the beef. There's something going on. Just lie to us. There's something going on right now that I can't tell you about, and it's bigger than this, and my life is at risk, but I'm telling y'all, let's bond together because something come. All you can do is that and be like, yo, y'all heard about that? Yo, we're gonna come together. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? But that don't happen. A voice as big as Jay-Z and P. Diddy, right? You got your own money, right? You don't want to give really your money to people in the hood. All right, bet, I get it. But can you at least go on make a post about the importance of having a conversation about reparations, and that you want to meet with Obama because you want to hear Obama's talk about it? Like, oh, you will never see that. Because when they do, they're going to skedaddle. It's like Scooby-Doo when they go like that. Republicans and Democrats. I'm speaking about this shit every week because you can tell when they almost gets there, like, yo, somebody going to want to speak about reparations. That shit goes out in the atmosphere, that word, reparations. That's when the Republicans and Democrats go, all right, you know, they're getting there. You know what we got to do now. Yes. And then, like, pay a celebrity to come up with a crazy story so that could be the main focus in the next 3 months, maybe. And I'm exaggerating, right? Because did it happen every year, every time? No, but you can see this happening. We just don't know when it took effect. And if you do, if you point it out, don't you become that infamous word, a conspiracy theorist? Nigga, it's so bad now that Candace Owens is speaking about MK Ultra. I'm like, yo, word? And she out here saying like, ain't nothing new. Everybody telling me to protect myself, but ain't nothing new. This is something you can see on history.com and yada yada. And it's like, yeah. But you know why we telling you can't really talk about that, because they go crazy. And shout out to Candace Owens for ending those topics. Now, it obviously proves to me that you can't just hit us with this America, because if you're gonna really break it down, America did bad shit to its own citizens. They are their own domestic terrorists. We could look at 9/11 allegedly. When you see these people go about the there's a war on blank. I don't know. It's always like some fabricated bullshit. When they do that, that means best believe they most likely have the past, present, and future of that idea. Meaning we hit the people with a scenario, we come up with the slogan, we push it all the way over here. When it gets to this point, blank, blank, blank. And this is how we go and we carry out this event or scenario. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised. But guess what? You never hear there's a war, the war on poverty. You never hear that, quote unquote, the war on poverty. I told you before, they have so many different strategies when it comes to war. Magnificent ones too. Awesome ones. Technology up the ass. But they can't make a technology or something or a strategy to attack just the 300 million people. There's 8 billion people that just surpassed the population. 300 and something, less than 350 million in America. You can't. And from those, which ones are the ones that are in poverty and homelessness? You can't just attack that. You know, there's an issue. And yes, if they have mental health, yeah, fix it. Word is they fucking closing up mental health stations. And I say stations, but hospitals and shit like that. You see most of them now in main avenues, walking around, you know. Some of them cause trouble. It's mental health people. Where's the war on that? They put crack in the hood, made a war on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, like, yes, I'm patriotic to a certain point, but after that, I still have my Bible as the anchor. And I don't, you know, idolize any country, any celebrity, because they all could fold when it's crunch time. Look at all the people who were for Trump. Now they're turning their back on him. Now, yeah, you get what you get with Trump. I knew this motherfucker was a fucking salesman. I knew this motherfucker was sucking dick for all those Jewish people in Israel. I know that. Vaccine salesman. That's when I was like, ugh. And if he goes against DeSantis, I don't know. Is DeSantis saying that all the good things? Because listen, when you could be a plant, you could be a plant, you could be a triple agent, you could be a double agent, you could be an agent, you can do it from anywhere, anyway. How you think mafia people get? You know, what's the motherfucker? The movie Donnie Brasco. That nigga was loved by the mafia. Then he turned on them because he was an agent. Like, come on now. You think they don't have that in politics? That's the easy one. DeSantis go and says basically follow the Trump rule book. But when you get in, nigga, knock it off. Well, that Trump shit. And then maybe Trump is the only one. But maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm wrong in my information. All I know is this. If Kanye runs 2024, that nigga could be an agent or whatever, but I'm voting for him. Fuck that. I don't care. Because listen, all I really want to say is listen, DeSantis, Trump, whatever. Except for Kanye, right? Kanye, I'll let him slide. Fuck it, I fuck with Kanye. So basically, instead of throwing my ballot out, I voted for Kanye. But DeSantis and Trump, are you gonna arrest the Clintons, by the 4th year? I'm not saying, hey, as soon as you get in, the next day arrest her, because I know y'all wouldn't even dare speed that up that fast. But can you at least guarantee it? I really want to say by the 2nd year in office. But if not, then this is, you know, is exactly what everybody kept saying from the beginning. It was a fluke. And even though it looked a little bit more interesting this time, it's still a fluke, because if you would have done it, your ass would have been arrested. Get out of here. But now you're telling me that people with, just because they got a lot of money and they can pay for good lawyers, that even now you're the president, even if you said it, because you'll be in jail when you kind of ran for the first time, you hyped the people up, and now you come back for a 2nd term and you don't do it? Nah, nigga. That goes back to my alien theory. If all that bullshit about aliens, and by the time I'm 36 right now, by the time I'm 80 and there's no aliens, or 70 and I'm 80, or 60, 30 more years from now, and no aliens, we don't even know how they look, we never made contact, that shit is a fucking lie. It's a lie. We living under a dome. Then it makes sense when they were trying to like take away the channels of people who are saying this is a flat earth. Why would you fucking give them a strike in the dumbass fucking YouTube channel? Or are you gonna give them a strike because what they saying could be dangerous? Dangerous as in how? You don't want people to find out? Why? Why is dangerous? It's just a lie. If I say the earth is square, are you gonna fucking take down my channel or give me a strike? What the fuck is your problem? You're making them seem like they right. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the weird shit. And they only basically ban people who say the truth. When the media throws a narrative and then you go, no, the vaccine actually this and this and that, and they're like, fact checkers say this is false. Why are you doing that with flat earth? And Wernher von Braun was one of the best rocket scientists that we ever had, and that came from Germany after the World War II. We took that nigga in the fucking in a draft. And all this rocket shit, but on his tomb he has a passage from the Bible which says something under the dome or whatever. So it was just like it's inconsistencies. But when you talk about that, you know what the term they're gonna throw on you as a big ass fucking as a big ass sheet over you to trap you, as the net. Oh, you must sound like a conspiracy theorist. That's the net right there. That's when you get caught up. That's how they do it. So maybe this Republicans on Trump shit is happening just to make people speak about Trump and the Republican Party more. But listen, it sounds like these Democrats is still fucking cheating, because how the hell New York still voted for that Hochul bitch? Like, how? The news 12BX, channel 12 News from the Bronx, on their Instagram, you used to see comments of people being mad liberal. Now you see a bunch of people with a conservative mind. I'm not saying they're conservative, they're probably Democrats still, but with a conservative mind, they can read shit out. They can see what's going on. They're pointing it out in the comments. How the fuck that bitch got reelected? Why the hell are there elections going on past one day? Like, what type of time we on? And maybe people did vote for that whole true chick, because all you gotta tell these fucking dumbass New Yorkers, or we act all tough, but when it comes to politics, we act like fucking brand newborn babies. It's like stealing candy from a baby when it comes to these votes. Remember, Republicans are racist. If you're gonna vote for Democrats, damn, you're right. Then they just vote. If you leave it to New York to vote for red, nigga, they will do it unless you have round up everybody like the fucking concentration camps, make them get on their knees with their hands tied and with a gun or some shit, then untie one hand and tell them vote Republican now. That's the only way they'll do it. Because there could be a tsunami in New York City, and the tsunami can end up being from the Democrats. They probably said it in their speeches before running, and people just don't hear speeches, they just say it. It happens. I'm just making something up, but I'm exaggerating. Like, the Democrats could probably bring and usher so many bullshit, and we will still vote for them because it's just the norm. You know, just the Democrats is doing all that, and then the Democrats come and be like, yeah, we're doing that, and you know, for now, yeah, we got caught, but they racist. Remember, they racist. And then we'd be like, yeah, come on, man, y'all racist. And then that's it. The vote is lost. I have to exaggerate so I can kind of feel like shit and be like, damn, like, motherfucker's right. Because little by little, man, we're getting to a point that you're going to come up with and listen, even all that whole American dream that I was going to talk about right now, that shit's still stained. Because you can go up, but you can't go too up. Look at Kanye West. There's always a little bullshit that happens that you just be like, oh, come on, that didn't happen. And it happens. There's some people that want to see you get to a certain level, but no more past that. And there's the government. The government can have a person too influential or fuck up the whole, imagine if it's like that here. Imagine another country where you have this guy who he just knows how to sing really good, mesmerizes everybody, men and women. All he has to say is, do not vote for this next person because I did the homework for you and this person is fucked up. He gonna get killed. So all these American dreams is just like, yeah, just get a house and shut up. And you better hope your whole generation keep working because you're still gonna end up paying taxes on that house. It's supposed to be yours, but you're still gonna end up paying taxes. So we're gonna take it away if you don't pay it. See how that works? Put it like this. Look how America is. There's a sweater I bought in the discount store, and I was like $5.99, $5.99, and they had my size 2X. This is a little too small though. I'm getting fucking fatter, but don't look like it though. No, it does look like it. But it was a very, very good quality sweater. The inside of it, the outside of it, the touch, and it's the brand is Brooks Brothers. You look up those sweaters, they cost like $200. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, look how America is. What the fuck? And when you see that Brooks Brothers went in bankruptcy and all that, it's like, damn, look how I could just get that sweater for less than $10, and that sweater's supposed to cost like at least $120 when it came out. The material's buttery soft. And they had a whole rack. It's just smaller sizes, so that's why I was like, fuck. That makes me want to buy that whole rack out and sell that shit for $20. But it's just like, damn, man, like it's crazy how you could have such a good quality that costs a certain amount of money, and when that brand don't do good, that shit go right down to the discount store. It's better than throwing it away. What happens when Louis Vuitton? You think Louis Vuitton, what they do? They throw it away. They burn shit. When shit don't sell, they burn it instead of giving it away. That's why I think that model of Kanye that he has about everything $20 or whatever he says is gonna work because he's already famous. So we usually buy behind that. Let's keep it real. If Kanye says Pirate Radio is the best podcast, best believe my next episodes they're gonna have at least 50,000 and up from now on though, because that's all he said. So that's why like Kanye right now he's down from billions to 400 million. That's still a lot. He could actually make a shirt that's $20 with his real signature on it. That's the style. That's it, and it's gonna sell. He can sell that for $50 a pop. The Gap shit, the Gap hat, that shit was bad materials. Not bad materials, but it was shit that you could create yourself. And for other people, it's like, yo, look at this. He's taking your money, yes. But some people are willingly buying it with the knowledge. And at the same time, props to Kanye. He could get away with it. He made shit with great quality too. But he can get away with it because he's Kanye. If I do it, it'd be like, oh yeah, you starting out. Look how cheap that shit looks. It's all in the mind. That's what made me kind of like give me more inspiration to like just regularly do my shit. Nobody can tell me, oh, this shit looks cheap. Nigga, you buy that Gap bullshit from Kanye. You buy those Chuck Taylors, but because Balenciaga made it or a famous European last name, a white European last name, let's keep it real. Yeah, I will buy it. Let's keep it real. We all know how Polo gonna end up. They're gonna end up a classic. Fubu, Rockaway, they never did. We just jump to different brands. We like fucking bar hop. We have no loyalty to our own Black and Hispanic startup. That's how I see. Like that's real fashion for me. But it's not fashion for everybody because it's not about reviving old brands. I guess for some people, but for me, it's like that's dope, man. Like if we really care about our own, then yeah, we should continuously wear our own. Nigga, I used to have an email. Nigga, I used to go by, well, jokingly, obviously. Rockaway Don, nigga. I used to love Rockaway. It was by Jay-Z. I used to be fucking idolizing him. You know what I'm saying? Well, not really. I mean, not anymore, but not him, but just because of the group, you know, it was inspiration. It had Kanye, nigga. It's the only group that would sign him. And then flash forward. So, and it's kind of crazy how, like, I'm still a loyal Rockaway fan. I ain't gonna lie. It got sold or whatever, but you feel me? It ain't the same anymore. But damn, if I rock it, somebody gonna make fun of me. Like, damn, I'm showing brand loyalty. But then again, if Drake rocks Rockaway, then I'm pretty sure everybody gonna go online and try to see what old fashioned vintage. Now they're gonna add all these beautiful words to the clothing that they was mad cheap, and now they're gonna buy it out and resell it. That's how it is. Like right now, the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found as on everybody's like wish list, I guess. Not for mine. If I go in the store and they have my size, I'll just be like, okay, I'll get it. But my nigga, remember that leather on top, that's not good. I know it goes with the theme, so that's why we getting it. I understand, but you can't even make that like purchasable, like regular people. Come on now, there's no shortage of leather now. What you see? That's American capitalism. But if we all say, yo, fuck Nike, nigga, we should all get our pairs. They would do it automatically. We have the power. I feel like every last couple of episodes I've been ending on the power that we have and that we don't realize. And that we know, but we just don't give mind into that because we fucking under mind control. Fucking, they're throwing out radiation was it propulsion? Pulses? I guess, I don't know. Frequency waves out there to keep us dumbed down. That's how I see it. Separating from family, friends, culture. I saw this clip of the video of this chick talking about, yeah, I had guys ran me or whatever y'all want to call it, but she basically trying to say her trained. And you know what that means. Multiple guys at one time. Total disrespect of a woman's body. But you know what she phrased it with? I'm a goddess. I deserve hands on me. I was like, wow. You could tell, like, goddamn, what an excuse. Now all these fucking scumbag whores gonna basically use that. You could tell right there, like that goes against the population control they're trying to do. FBI. But yeah, man. So you're gonna cover that up with you're a goddess. So you're gonna have people run a train on you? Nah, sis. Go ahead and end your night with the wine and the dildo then. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna get no nigga like that. Like when y'all women understand that it works for men and it doesn't work for y'all. Like you could be J-Lo and men, regular men from the street gonna be like, bitch, you a hoe. That lets you know right there. But we gonna fuck her, like, duh. But in the back of our mind, like, bitch, you a hoe. Come on now. It ain't the same. You can get away with it as a man, but that's what comes with being a man. Just like comes with being a man, you gotta be a protector. You gotta fight gangs if they find you. Women don't have to deal with that shit. Women fights compared to men fights? Come on now. Women fights, they're gonna be just yank your fucking hair weave. Boo hoo. You never really see a bunch of women that you run up on them. They all got guns. Like, come on now. But enough of that, man. What's going on? It seems like I called it the Jordan LeBron effect, where all of a sudden you still have people who really in their mind believe that LeBron was way better than. Not way better, but it just be like, oh, LeBron is better than Jordan. It's like, how do you fix your face to say that? And it's crazy because they would never fathom being in the moment, seeing that happen. It was totally different. And what's weirder is that you can't even just go by numbers. Like, if LeBron can stack up and beat Jordan in every category when it comes to like points, rebound, was it the same feeling of a Jordan? Let alone the 6-0 in the finals. All right, so okay, Jordan had help. All right, bet, but LeBron had help and way more help. Some people say Jordan didn't have no help like that, like LeBron. Obviously, I agree, but they both had help. So where LeBron at? You think LeBron would have lost to these players that are playing now? No. He will adapt too. Yeah, like he won't adapt. He took a couple things from people older than him and totally reinvented basketball in a way. So that same effect that people have in sports, it can happen to history. In history, for 60 years from now, you can just be looking back and say, yo, you know what? Trump was just a distraction. He divided so many people. And it's like, no, this is the vision of the country, because a lot of shit, this country is circling down the drain. Not a lot of people had money like they had before. And everybody was looking around for a savior. And when that savior came, but he also came with a bag of truths, and he opened up that he basically put up that mirror and made us all look at each other, what's going on around us, the debauchery going around us, the promotion of homosexuality, to a point that it's like now they thirsty to turn our kids into gay people. For what? Because you know what that comes with? No kids. If you can repopulate with men on men, you could tell that gay agenda would not happen. They're like, fuck, we need to promote just more killing then, because that's how they would have been. There's one person that I see on social media, and it's just like, damn, like you see kids growing up a little feminine because that's what they see around them. There's not a strong male role model in the house to say, yo, they telling you this shit, that's false, nigga. Don't go by that shit. I don't want to see your ass over here with that shit. That's it. The man in the house spoke. But we don't have a man in the house, and you have a supportive mother the whole time, and that kid comes with some agenda that they got fed in school, then he turns gay, and that's it. You can't say shit. You're going to be that supportive mom. But where's the supportive pops? Where's the pop saying, yo, this is this, that is that. This is the whole game plan. This is coming around the corner. If kids, it's just weird how you go to school and you're at work and shit, and you spend your time hoping that your kids are in great hands, and they just in the hands of agents also. People who believe that bullshit ideology because maybe they were raised with trauma, and unbeknownst to them, they passing the trauma down and they don't even know it. So there's an attack on the children. Before it was us, but then they were like, you know what, now let's just skip them. Like, of course it's on them, but let's just skip to the children. And this whole time where I thought parents would be very, and I say this over and over, when I thought parents would be all about their kids, and one slight offensive shit, they take it up the ass because it's their kids. But nigga, when the government came out and said, yo, we reading homosexual books to your kids, and you see parents under fucking distress, they went back to watching Love and Hip Hop, nigga. Y'all expect me to have a kid now? I be thinking about that. Like, yeah, I want to have a kid, but first of all, nigga, it seems like the only way to properly, have a kid grow up in a good environment is it has to be outside of the environment you're at. And even in the environment you go to is a whole different environment. So, the culture a little bit over there, their kids over there, he gonna grow up with that culture. They don't know what it is to be born in the hood and to make it out of it. So it's like you want both of them, but nigga, then you gotta think about, are you with the white women? The white women. Are you with the right women? You know what I mean? Is she gonna buckle when times get hard? Cause now she see her friend posting, the dude in the car, the dude with the biggest house, you know what I'm saying? the luxurious wedding, all that shit. They get influenced. Is she gonna buckle? Some do. You know, so. But that's part of life. A lot of people just have kids and then they be like, yo, what's up with your kids? Yeah, the mom has them now. Me and the mom beefing. It's like, yo, dog, I don't have time for that shit. I'm also not saying that I'm gonna be the one in the fucking club cheating on my girl and shit, but bitch, this is a fucking partnership. We signing each other. Not like I'm signing you to Rockefeller. No, we signing each other. I can't fuck up and you can't fuck up. But also, let's measure up the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can, cheating is out of the question. We both took that risk though. And when they say, but when the man cheat is worse when the women cheat, a little bit, yeah. Because us men, we can fuck a chick and not worry about them the next day. Women is a little bit different, and y'all know that. And for some of y'all who are really like that and not like really that could fuck a dude and not give a fuck about that person the next day, I bet, but nah, it looks whack. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference. But once the nuclear family in the household is secured, you know, instead of making like laws like if you have your man in the house we can't give you help. No, how about, yo, for families that have both the man and the woman in the house, especially if they got kids, we helping them. That's the, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people who will get the help from the government. Then yeah, that's positive. That promotes population. That promotes a healthy family, which eventually goes to creating kids with a brighter future. You're gonna have those kids that fall off, but when you have everybody in that same fucked up situation, you can expect way more people to fall off. Like, listen, this ain't rocket science, you know, but they know what they're doing, right? They know what they're doing. These are the same people that create awesome strategies of war. So don't tell me, let's be with that bullshit. They cannot create a better future for their own citizens. Out of the question. But when we get together and we come together and we point that out, that's when it's gonna work. Until then, they're gonna keep running their own playbook on us. So let's keep our foot on their motherfucking necks and build with your own brothers and sisters and family members and friends. You know what I'm saying? Don't embarrass them if they don't know, but, you know, let them know that you may know, and let's just build. Like, it's not about teams. That's when we fuck up. Nah, I heard this. Well, you heard that. No, just build. If you don't know, admit it. If something makes sense, admit it. Don't say, oh, this nigga's winning the argument. No. You be like, yeah, you know what, that makes sense. That's true. Let me look it up. Damn, that's true. But what that means, like, build. It's building. Because when these people want to fuck around, turn around, say, yo, you know what? Yeah, this internet shit is leading to a lot of fucking blank. They're gonna just put whatever fucking disastrous, fucking tragic event that happened, and they just gonna basically take away our free speech. It's gonna. If you let them, it's gonna go to that point. And the fact that happened to the president and he got banned off a social media platform, who the fuck are them? Now they wouldn't use me a private business. Well, you know what? As a people, that was our moment right there. Be like, you know what? Fuck all of y'all. But now Twitter's bought by Elon Musk, whether he's gonna do good or bad for it. But come on now, free speech. If they had the technology and they would just be like, you know what? We got something better, guys. Now, if you think of a crime, you can get arrested, and we'll probably lay on our ass and be like, "Yay!" It's up to that point now. Keep our foot on their necks. Who are they? The globalist people Take every story that you see that you come across and think about both sides of the field. Why is it beneficial for both sides? Then you can come up with an answer. Then you can come up with your own opinion. Then you can challenge. It's just challenging. Pirate Radio, episode 78. Peace.